Found messages on my girlfriend's iPad that make me think she's planning to leave me for her dying ex, and now I'm seriously considering leaving without saying a word. I, 28 male, saw their messages last week and I haven't been the same since. I borrowed my girlfriend's, 26 female, old iPad for work purposes and her Facebook account was still logged into the device. I was going to log in on my Messenger because I forgot my phone at home and I was going to message her, but then I saw that she had messages from her ex-boyfriend. Let's call him Andre. Her and Andre dated for 2 years. They were each other's first love and she never told me what happened between them. I met her a year and some months after they broke up when I went on a trip with my family to California. I didn't know anything about him other than the fact that they dated sometime in high school and college. When I met her, we instantly hit it off. She showed me around LA and me living in Australia wasn't a problem. We were in a long-distance relationship for a year until I saved up enough money to move out of my country for her. Other than that, it took me months to look for a job in Los Angeles so that I would be financially secure when I got there. 3 years later, we're still going strong. Or so I thought. When I clicked on their conversation out of curiosity, I immediately noticed the kiss and heart emojis. Right then I knew what was happening. I don't want to go on about the details, but the only message that stood out was her talking about leaving me for a few months so that she could take care of him. He has cancer, it's at stage 1 but he reckons he's going to die. On one of his messages to her, he asked if she would visit him in his house. And I'm pretty sure she did because they mentioned how they had a great time together and that it was good to catch up. Well, it's been a week since I found out. She doesn't know that I know, or that I took her old iPad out of its box and that I had spent 2 days reading their messages. She has no idea at all. She thinks everything is okay between us but I actually want to cry for a long time and I want to physically hurt myself. I have no friends in LA, all of them are back home and they're all living their own lives now. I don't want to talk about it to anyone because thinking too deeply about it hurts. I guess when it all comes down to it, she never really loved me and I'm still trying to accept that. I think that's the part that is hurting most. I don't know how to approach this. I have written my resignation letter for work and I have messaged my parents that I was going to go home sometime next month. I did both when I was extremely upset. I just need advice on how to approach this. I don't want to talk to her about it, at all. I can't even look her in the eye without wanting to break down. Please help me on what to do and how to approach it correctly. As of now, I'm thinking of leaving while she's at work. Update, I finally talked to my girlfriend about it and unfortunately, she is now my ex-girlfriend. A lot of things that I never expected to happen did happen in a span of hours. As soon as she opened the door to our apartment, I could tell that she was already starting to cry. Seeing her so vulnerable like that also hurt because I didn't want to put her in that position. I had to constantly remind myself that none of this was my fault. We sat down, there were lots of tears. I thought I would be bitter, angry and that I would be screaming at her the whole time but I just felt disappointed instead. I told her that I saw the messages and explained how I ended up scrolling through their whole conversation. She kept reasoning that she just felt sorry for him and that she didn't know how to say no to him because they go all the way back. Then I told her that we go more way back than they ever did. I was there through her lowest point, I helped her get up. She admitted that they had made love more than 3 times. I saw it coming, I had a gut feeling but hearing her confirm it hurt so much. At that point, I was full on crying. I can't remember some of the things that happened because my mind was all over the place. It still is now. I remember telling her that I was done, that whatever we had was over. She kneeled in front of me and asked me to forgive her. I don't think I ever will. I can't tolerate people who cheat. By that point, a third of my clothes were packed up. Obviously she feels happier with him if she can do this to me. When I posted my first post, a Redditor approached me and offered me a place to stay. His place was only around 15 minutes away from ours and he picked me up. He'll also help me sell a lot of my stuff that I can't bring back home and will help me gather all my things back in my apartment. We both agreed that I don't mention him in this post. I'm glad that I really opened up to this community instead of keeping it to myself. Thank you to everyone who also offered me a place. It's almost 3 a.m. I'm heartbroken as ever but I'm trying my best. I'm sending my resignation letter to work this morning. Every person in my family now knows my situation here and have offered support. I'll be flying home as soon as possible. To all my Aussie mates, if you live near or around Chapel Hill, let me know. America, you were great but now it's time to come home. Thanks for the help everyone. Edit, I'm crying again, not because I got cheated on but because I realized that there is a whole world out there that cares a lot for my well-being. I almost can't believe I looked at hurting myself as an option to get away from the pain. I am really overwhelmed and also thankful for this community. Anthony and his wife, the Redditor who helped me, says this has been the most wholesome thing that ever happened to him. I may have lost a girlfriend and a future wife, but I gained heaps of friends. And even friends for a lifetime. Other than that, I am feeling better. It still feels surreal that she's gone but what can a bloke do? She made her choice so I made mine. I woke up to multiple messages from her family saying that I shouldn't rush things and that she's stupid and makes mistakes like everyone else. It sucks that I may not be able to see her family for a long time. They were great people. I thanked them and said that although I believe in second chances and everyone makes mistakes, cheating is a choice that jerks pick, never a mistake. My ex also emailed me around 5 in the morning. The email was too long, my eyes hurt from crying so I junked it straight away. I miss her like crazy. I know it will take a lot of time to heal me but I guess I can wait. Final update, hi everyone, I know I promised an update as soon as I landed in Australia. A lot of things just happened after my last update and I genuinely haven't thought about letting everyone know that I am okay and safe. I didn't get to sell all of my stuff in the short amount of time but I managed to give it out to people who really needed it. That alone made me feel a lot better about the whole situation. It was a lot of electronics that I can't afford to and possibly bring back home like the TV I bought for my ex that she really loved, the microwave and my PS4. I'm in Australia now and not everything is going as planned, but whatever situation I'm in right now is at least okay. The cherry on top of all this crap is that my brother verbally abusing me over something dumb I said about the cancer guy while I was drunk. It was something like hope he dies a painful death, and it got him all worked up considering one of closest friends did die in a painful way. To cut the story short, I didn't end up going to Brisbane to live with him and am now living with my parents in Perth, unmotivated and jobless. I feel so hopeless and completely miss my ex, but I can't do anything about it other than sook. Thanks to everyone for being a friend. I'm sorry to people I disappointed and promised to see in Brisbane. I really haven't been out partying like what I thought. Bye now. Post over a year later from the OP's younger brother, Alex. My brother posted here asking for advice regarding his girlfriend who was going to leave him for his ex. I want to find the post. He passed away and I want to know why he did what he did. I have been skimming for a while without an account, putting in keywords on the search bar. I'm desperate to see, please help. I am his younger brother. He passed away to suicide 2 months ago. He moved all the way to America from Australia with his girlfriend that he met there while on holidays. They broke up because he found out she cheated on him with her ex-boyfriend. I remember when we were talking about the vulnerable situation he was in, and he told me he met some people from a Reddit relationship advice page that helped him transition from America to Australia again. He said he was also going to meet people in Chapel Hill before crap hit the fan between him and our older brother. He would have been 28 to 29 years old when he posted. Please help me, I just want to see his account. I want to know what was on his mind. I need that closure. Commenter, first off, I'm sorry for your loss. I'd be really careful reading his posts if you find them. Make sure you can handle it. I can only imagine how hard it'd be to do something like that. Please look out for your mental health. You could just make things worse by moving forward with this. I suggest you maybe discuss this with a therapist before reading into anything. You want to make sure this will absolutely help you get closure and start to heal, as much as one can. If you're absolutely sure you want to read his posts and that this will help you, not harm you, here is his posts. Alex, thanks a lot for this. I'm still trying to gather the courage to read the whole thing. It hurts to know this happened to my brother. He was a good guy, would never hurt anybody. He sacrificed a lot of things for her and I really just can't believe this. Thanks to everyone who showed him kindness when he was far away from home. Commenter, I'm glad I could help. My brother was suicidal for a long time. I remember how tough it was. He fortunately got better after some time though, but every once in a while I have nightmares that he did go through with it, and just those nightmares mess me up pretty bad. I can't imagine what it's like to actually live through that horror. I'm really sorry for you and your family. I hope the posts can bring you all some closure. Please be real careful though. If I were in your shoes, I could very much see myself getting too hung up on the content of the posts and making my mental health significantly worse. This is why I very much recommend this is something you look at with a therapist, if you do decide to open those posts up. Alex, it's really tough. Every day I was scared that something would trigger Connor to do it. I had to call him 3 times within a day to check up on him while I was at university and work. We were having fun living together since the pandemic began. I thought he was enjoying spending a lot of time with me, but I think the isolation wasn't doing his mental health any good. I guess it's harder for me because I lived with him. I'm glad to hear your brother is okay now. Alex, thanks a lot for your help everyone. I still haven't clicked on the post yet. I just need some time to collect myself. I'm pretty nervous, but my family and I have been in the dark for so long. We really need this closure. He never spoke about the situation again and I wanted to see if he had any more to say. Commenter, I wouldn't get your hopes too high for closure. I'm not sure that's entirely possible with a situation like this. These posts only represent a small snapshot during a short period of his life. His suicide is likely more complex than any one issue. Read it if you want, but please don't go into this hoping it will provide what you need to move on. Alex, I'm really thankful for the nice comments. Connor was a great man and he didn't deserve any of the pain life had thrown at him. My older brother, Kurt, and I will be reading the posts together tonight. I will be deleting the app straight away to give me some peace of mind. He also had a Reddit app in his phone with a different account. I really don't know what he was doing with many accounts, but I hope I have cleared it for some people. We will read most of the posts on that account tonight too. I know he was much more active on that one. I will not be telling my parents about this, they are already going through enough pain as it is. No one should have to go through the bouts of burying their own kid. Much love, Alex.